Good morning! So, I'm JJ Barnes and you're watching another episode of Creative Writing for Kids. I'm in my porch again, hiding out because of the children. I have to go different places to avoid too many of their noises, and today I'm here, so welcome to my porch. Today I'm going to be doing a lesson about writing gender stereotypes, okay? So you might not know what that is. I'm not sure how old you are watching, and that's fine. So I'll explain what genders are, I'll explain what stereotypes are, and then I'll explain about what it does to your story if you use them too much. So gender is the thing that society, the people at large, say girls have to like and boys have to like. So it's girls have to like pink and princesses, and boys have to like sports and superheroes, okay? It's just it's how they divide the toy aisle. Girls like pink and boys like blue. Stereotypes are when you think they're real. So you write your story as if gender stereotypes are real. So you think all the girls have to like pink and princesses and have long hair and wear lots of makeup and be super girly. And you write all your boys like they're tough, they don't cry, they like fighting and sports and things like that. So it's a really annoying thing in stories if all the characters are stereotypical. And stereotypical means all the characters are like that. Because your characters are supposed to be people, right? Your characters are meant to be people. And we are not gender stereotypes, none of us. We are all like a mashup of all different things, all things we enjoy. And lots of girls are girly and like pink and princesses, and lots of boys do like fighting and sports and blue. And there's nothing wrong with that, that's fine. But if all your characters are like that, that's boring. It's boring. And also, it kind of makes the kids who read your story and aren't like that feel like there's something wrong with them. And you don't want to do that. You don't want people to read your story and feel like they're a problem, right? So that's what we have non-gender stereotype writing for, okay? Because it's more real. So sure, maybe a couple of your characters are girlies and the other characters are just a mashup of all different personalities and interests. So what I want you to imagine is you get a big board, right? And you write loads and loads of things on it. You might write... Oh, I'm just going to move that like that. You might write down one side what they look like. So long hair, short hair, dresses, trousers, shorts, high heels, trainers, right? And then you might here write things they enjoy doing. So you might put dancing, football, painting, playing on the trampoline, singing, science, maths, writing stories like me. Yeah, and then you might put things that they like eating, things that they like, I don't know, anything, really. Just loads of things that they like doing, thinking, feeling, whether they cry or not, whether they laugh, whether they scream, whether they're grumpy. All these different aspects of people, right? Your characters. And then you can take a dart and throw it at the board. Wherever it lands, the character you're writing can have that trait. And then you won't stereotype, and you won't make it seem like it's weird if girls like football or boys cry. And very soon, once you sort of get out of the habit, because it's very easy to naturally write in stereotypes, because the world is kind of built around them. As I say, you have the toy aisle, the clothes aisles, they're all designed as if boys are one way and girls are the other. And we all know it's nonsense. But it's kind of, we're taught that it's not nonsense, even though we live as people who aren't stereotypes, right? So choose traits at random. And then when you start writing and you start realizing that the characters you're writing are people, regardless of whether they're boys or girls, they just happen to like certain things and it doesn't really matter, you'll stop thinking in stereotypes. And then your characters will naturally not be stereotypes because you've stopped doing it. Does that make sense? So when you pick your characters, right, and you're going to want to write a boy or a girl as your protagonist, there's nothing wrong with boys or girls all the things that they're traditionally like. So you've designed your protagonist, and if they're a stereotype, honestly, it's fine. Because we're all learning and people are all different, so have a stereotype, it's fine. When you're doing other characters, start thinking, does it matter if that character's a boy or a girl? Like, probably not. They can still do the same things if they're a boy or a girl. They can still be good at science or maths or English or art. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. They can still wear pink or blue or purple or green. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. They can still play hockey or go ice skating or be a superhero. Doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl. So try divvying up the interests a bit, split them about a bit, throw them around, see what you can do. Because the effect on your story will be, it's more real because people are like a big variation. I'm not standing here in a pink princess dress, but I do have long hair. I'm not good at maths, I'm good at English. And I do like sport. I'm not a stereotype. I'm just a person with different interests, and I bet you're the same, really. Even if you think you're really girly girl, think you're really boy boy, I bet you like all sorts of things. And that's fine. It's fine if you don't too, really. As long as you're happy. But it's nice to put that in stories. You don't want audiences to think that you have no imagination, can only write one kind of person. And it's more fun if there's loads of different personalities and loads of different interests. So, win-win, really. Makes your story better, makes your audience feel better. Why not do it? Also, you know what? On a side note, stories are really powerful, right? The more stories have things like this in, where boys and girls aren't put in boxes that they have to be limited by and they're not allowed out of, and they'll have to like one sort of thing. The more you read that and see that, the more it becomes normal. And then nobody feels weird. Nobody feels like they're wrong or strange because they don't fit in that box. Because nobody's got a box to fit in. We all just live and like stuff, and that's so much better. That's cool. That's my advice. So thank you for watching my video about writing gender stereotypes. Try pushing it around, see what you come up with. Come up with some cool characters that are some stereotypes, some not, and let me know what you've done. I'd love to hear about the characters you're coming up with. What do they like? What do they wear? What frightens them? What makes them laugh? What are their hobbies? Right? Just go nuts. Find all sorts of things for these characters to like, and then come tell me about it. You can find me on social media. I've got my Facebook page, Creative Writing for Kids with JJ Barnes, and I post all sorts of other things over there, creative writing activities and storycraft games, things like that, to get you thinking and get you exploring story a bit. So that's cool. Come find me there. And parents, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I post things over there too. Don't forget to subscribe to this video and put on the notifications. I'm trying to bring out a video every morning about 9:30, right after PE with Joe, but you know, I got coronavirus last week, so you know, I try, but sometimes life doesn't work out that way, and I'm sorry because I do try really hard, I promise. So hopefully I'll be back again tomorrow with more writing advice. If you have any questions or anything you want me to talk about, or if something I've said in one of this video or one of my previous videos you're still struggling with it, ask me, because I can talk about it again in a different way, and the more I do that, the better it will be for you. You know, the better you'll find it to learn, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to help and teach, so come talk to me and I'll do what I can to help. Thank you. Bye.